Welcome, everyone, to Truth and Freedom Podcast, where awakening begins with asking the question most people are afraid to ask. I'm your host, Dr. Dan Amzallag, and this is not just another podcast. This is a journey into awareness, courage, and truth. So, as we end season 1 of the Truth and Freedom Podcast, I wanted to talk about something we all face: the moment when life doesn't go as planned, when dreams collapse, and we're left staring at the pieces wondering, now what? Now, Setbacks has a way of testing not just your patience, but your faith. Faith in yourself, faith in timing, and faith that there is still something left to rebuild from. Now, it's very easy to love the journey when everything flows smoothly. But truth growth begins in the restart, in that quiet, uncertain moment where you choose to begin again. Now, starting over isn't a sign of failure. It's a declaration of strength. It means you survived enough to try again, despite the pain, despite the fear, despite the disappointments. Now, the courage to begin again says, I may have fallen, but I'm still here. And that means I still have a purpose. Now, you see, most people get stuck between the pain of what was and the fear of what's next. They cling to old stories of loss, rejection, or regret, and forget that every ending carries the seed of a new beginning. So, if you're standing in that space right now, feeling like the chapter closed too soon, take a deep breath. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're being redirected. Now, sometimes life tears things down not to destroy you, but to rebuild you stronger, with clearer vision, sharper boundaries, and deeper purpose. Now, the truth is, your comeback isn't about proving anything to anyone else. It's about proving to yourself that you can trust your own resilience, that even after the storm, you can still rise. Slower, maybe, but with more intention and more wisdom. And you don't need to have it all figured out again. You just need one decision, one small act of courage that says, I'm willing to move forward. Also willing to heal, willing to learn, willing to do whatever it takes to be able to reach your goals, even when the road ahead isn't clear enough. Because life doesn't reward perfection. It rewards persistence. Every sunrise is an invitation to begin again, to choose growth over grief, to choose faith over fear, and to choose presence over perfection. And maybe, just maybe, this time you'll show up with a little more gentleness for yourself, less pressure, less comparison, less need to prove your growth or worth to others. Because the truth is, you never lost your worth. You just lost sight of it for a little while. Now, rebuilding after a setback isn't about reclaiming what you lost. It's about rediscovering who you are without the weight of what broke you. So take that first step. Write the new plan. Make the call. Show up for the dream that still whispers to you when no one else believes in it. Now, the world may see your scars as a sign of what went wrong, but you get to see them as proof that you kept going. That even when everything fell apart, you had the courage to begin again. Now remember, every great story of transformation begins with a choice to rise. And this, right now, my friend, is your moment to choose again. You're not the same person who started this journey. You're wiser, stronger, and more grounded in your truth. You face your fears, question your patterns, learn to forgive, and reclaim your power. So as you move forward, don't chase who you were before it all fell apart. Honor who you're becoming because of it. This isn't the end. It's your next beginning. And the freedom you've been searching for. It's already within you, waiting for you to take that first courageous step. Now, because truth without action changes absolutely nothing. But truth followed by courage, that changes everything. And that's what truth and freedom has always been about. Not just defining clarity, but living it. One choice, one lesson, one new beginning at a time. So take your next breath, take your next step, and begin again. Stay tuned for more truth at our next season and next episode.